really great Moroccan rabbi. His name was Harav Avraham ibn Musa. Zeche Sadiq Libracha. Now, I believe he was born in English year in 1660 in Tetuan in Morocco. He'd go on to become a great Rav, a Payatan, a Posek, a rabbi that would render various halachic Torah law decisions. He was a Kabbalist, a famous Kabbalist during the 18th century in Morocco, and would work both in Morocco, in Tetuan, and also in Tunisia, respectively. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the great rabbi's life. Now, he came actually, Harab Avram ben Shlomo, he came from the Ibn Musa family in of itself. I believe he was born in the city of Tetuan in Morocco. And over there he would learn under the auspices of another great rabbi who we've spoken about before, Rabbi Yaakov Marji. I think he happened to be a Rosh Yeshiva of the Mukobalim in Tetuan in Morocco, and was one of great students with learners with regards to Ariyah Kodesh, Torah in of itself, and was author of the Torah book called the Emet Liakov. He was a great rabbi of Rabbi Abraham ibn Musa, and he would eventually, I think, wander and travel to the city of Sali. This is by the port of the northern part of Morocco, respectively. He would actually be over there, and he would become one of the great wise rabbis of that specific vicinity in of itself, which is very, very interesting enough that we have to point out. According now to the Chidah, Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azulay, Rabbi Ibn Musa was a member of a great group of Talmidim, famous Talmudim of Rabbi Avraham Azulay Marrakesh, from Marrakesh, respectively, one of the great Kabbalists of that specific vicinity in Morocco. And I think they would write Perush on the Haggaot of the Torah of the famous Ari HaKadosh, respectively. I believe towards the end of his life, he would actually travel to Tunis in Tunisia and become the head of the Jewish court, Abed Din, as we like to say, and would become a Rosh Yeshiva in Tunis also. Now, it's reported he passed away in Chaf Aleph Adar. This was in year 1733. So we're talking about nearly close to 300 years ago from the time of recording. To be precise, about 292 years ago. Now, he left some great students, great Talmidim. Among his Talmidim include Rabbi Mordechai Kara Balea from Tunis. He happened to be a great rabbi. He would become the author of the Meira Dechaya, I believe, which is Chidushim on the Talmud, or the Talmud Babli, the Shas in of itself. And I think it was printed actually in Livorno, if I'm not mistaken, which had a famous printing press at that point in time. Another one of his Talmudim was Rabbi Yaakov Lombroso, who I think was from Tunis, and Rabbi Avram Gigi, or Gigi. He was the author of the Perushim of Rabbi Ibn Musa, who would actually write it very much. Now, Rabbi Ibn Musa would leave us with many different Torah works. Many of it was left in manuscript form, or some of it was lost, but various of the books were either printed, I'm not sure in his lifetime, but certainly at one stage in time. Let's explore some of the great works of his, including the Minchat Sota, which is Chidushim on the tractate of Sota, Masechet Sota, inside the Talmud Babli. I think the Machon Ahavat Shalom would actually print that out. I think through Shmuel Franco, if I'm not mistaken. This was printed in Jerusalem in Hey Tafshin Samachet. Then the Shita Katav Yad Al Mesachet Yoma. This was another one. I think it will be the Machon Magen Avot in Jerusalem would actually print this out later on. Another brilliant teachings in of itself. Part of, I think, also the Siach Yitzchak book of the Rabbi Yitzchak Nonis Vies, if I'm not mistaken. Then there was the Chidushim Al Mesachet Nazeh, another tractate among this let's say, crowd of Masechtot tractates, which was, I think, part of it was printed through Rabbi Yaakov Pitossi, another rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before, inside his book called the Brit Yaakov. This was in Livorno, if I'm not mistaken. Then there was Lekutim al Mesechet Megillah. Megillah just came out of Purim quite recently, and it was actually printed, I think, in the year Heitav Shin Samach Hey, if I'm not mistaken, Machon Ahavat Shalom once again, I think through Rav Shmuel Franco, if I'm not mistaken. And there was Haggaot L'Sifrei Rabbi Chaim Vital, very interesting. Rabbi Chaim Vital happened to be the great student of the Arizal, Rabbi Luri Ashkenazi, the Ari HaKadosh, which was printed in the book Makom Bina, I believe, and Shari Bina in Seloniki in the year Heitav Kuf Ein Gimel. He would also, let's just say, author many different Piyutim poems. Some of it was very interesting enough, and I recommend everyone to look inside within regards to the beautiful Piyutim. I think, for example, he would give a beautiful poem, a payat on Chag HaShavuot, one of the three pilgrimage festivals, respectively. So I recommend everyone to look in that. He lived at a period, as we stated before, the Chidah actually writes that he was part of a generation of Rabbi Abraham Azulay from Marrakesh, one of the great rabbis over there. He was a Talmud of Rabbi Yaakov Marji. He was an expert with regards to Jewish law, Talmud, Kabbalah, and song. Please, he passed away at about the age 73 years of age. He was at the time he passed away, one of the great rabbis of his time. I'd recommend everyone to light candles in his memory, learn more about him, because we've spoken about many of them. Let's look at a few of the teachings of his in a few of the books also, just to get a feel of some of the books. Melamed shirato neredei natan erecho v'hanachal elyon goyim hamet gorolo. This is actually written from one of the Piyutim of Shavuot, interesting enough, which is then from a book of the Shita Mesachet Sota, which we spoke about before. Melamed minhag chasidim lishmo hayayin Mariat Goyim. This is another thing, another teaching we could say over here, just one last teaching, which is actually taken from the Chidushim on the Mishnah Torah, which is a Chilchot Chametz V'Matzah. He writes, Melamed Shizkenim she'enam chacham nevonim v'yod'im enam becheskat afilu. It's just a few teachings from his Torah colossal works in himself. So please don't forget to light candles in his memory. 21st of Adar is his Hilula. We're a community here, friends. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. We've already covered in this series more than 800 rabbis already. Subscribe to the channel now if you haven't subscribed yet. If you feel anyone will be interested in watching any of these videos, share the videos to other people also. And wishing you well. And we're a community, a group hug, and enjoy. So take care and have a great day.